Yeah, just really proud of our team, really excited for where we are right now. I think we've got great momentum for where we need to have great momentum in March. I think we have great energy. I'm really, I'm really excited for where we are because I believe that it's our teamwork and our toughness that has really carried us through to be able to be where we are right now. I think offensively we're playing with great pace of play and we have great offensive efficiency right now. When you look over our last several games and our last 5 wins that we've had down the stretch, we're really playing at a high tempo and playing with great efficiency offensively and sharing the ball really well. I cannot say enough about Tamira Poindexter and Delaney Crawford and just how efficient they are offensively night in and night out. They help us tremendously, in games whenever we know that we need a big bucket. They've come up for us several times. And, defensively, I know we look at our offense and I know how fun and how fast we're playing, but I'm telling you defensively, it has been that side of the ball that's really anchored us in our wins down the stretch, especially in close games whenever we need to get clutch stops, and it comes through for us time and time again with our rebounding. The work that we put in each day, over the summer, over the spring, over the fall, and even into the season and even during the season, it's that work that's really allowed us to be in the position that we are right now as the number 1 seed in our tournament. And I can't say enough, how proud I am of this team and how excited I am, for where we are. We know we've got a lot of work ahead of us to do still. We're going to enjoy this moment, celebrate this moment, turn the page, and be ready to really focus on those challenges that are in front of us. And we're going to be excited for those challenges and eager for those challenges.
Questions? TJ?
Does your team or do you pay attention to historical things here at TU? Like, do you guys talk about that at all in terms of, first team to do this since XYZ? Is that something that's brought up?
I'll say it's not really brought up very much beforehand. Afterwards, whenever, our sports information team and our sports media, lets us know those insights. Obviously, what we strive for is to be our best every single day when we step on the floor. And we strive for growth and we strive to be a team that's going to continue to develop. And I think whenever we do that, we get to experience these successes along the way. And, it's so much fun to be able to, especially with our seniors, to tell them, that we've made a little bit of history, and that they're going to have a legacy that's going to live on, and some of that's going to be through the record books. I don't want that to go without it being said that we're so grateful for all those that have come before us and paved the way, and we are making some history and we do get to do that, but that doesn't go without thankfulness for those that have come before us and worked so hard for us to be able to do what we do.
I think throughout the season, we've asked questions like, do you feel like this is a team that can win a conference championship or make the tournament or whatever? And it's always been like that next game focus. But since we can kind of turn the page on the regular season, did you feel like this was a team in the regular season that could win a regular season conference championship? Like, did you think that back in October, November?
Yeah, what's really fun is that whenever you have a new team that comes together, we get to do some training in the summer, and when you see how your newcomers are blending with your returners and you see the progress and the growth that they're making in the off season, and there's these moments that you have where, you walk through a gym and your workout doesn't start for an hour and you've got kids in the gym that are working so hard, and that's always so encouraging as a coach. And I think, whenever you have a team that believes in each other as much as our players believe in each other, I do believe that connection and that teamwork, like that can be unbreakable. And they've worked really, really hard to be where they are right now. And is there a certain goal and a certain vision where we put these markers and these benchmarks along the way? Not necessarily, but then there's these moments as a coach where you recognize that something special could happen.
You kind of mentioned living in the moment and whatnot. So how special is that moment whenever you're running into the locker room and then the huge celebration?
Yeah, certainly a special moment for our team. They're so hungry for this. They're so hungry, in every aspect of their life to achieve excellence in it, but to be able to have goals and have vision, and be right there and have that opportunity right in front of them, and then to take it when it's in front of you and to be able to celebrate together. Those are moments that we're going to have the rest of our lives, to be able to remember that celebration. And I feel so fortunate to have gotten to be a part of that locker room. It was certainly special. The plane ride was certainly special. It's fun and it's well deserved. It's those rewards that we get. It's something that they've earned. Nothing was given to us, and so we're excited and it's fun.
And so now you have a little bit of time before your next game. How do you balance, getting the rest that you need and you deserve at this point with the double bye and still making sure everybody's still in game form, ready to go?
Yeah, well, we do need that rest and recovery. We've had a stretch here lately where we've played a lot of games in a row, and we're excited to be able to have that rest and recovery going into our tournament. But at the same time, we've got to stay mentally focused. Some of that preparation is going to be physical within the practices that we need to have and our shooting routines that we do, and then a lot of that preparation is going to be mental. We're gonna see teams for the second time, coming into the tournament, and so there's some familiarity that's there. But potentially, we're seeing teams that we haven't played in a long time, and so it's still gonna take a lot of mental preparation and physical preparation. And I'm really hopeful, and I know that we can as a team use these moments that we've had to build our confidence going into the tournament and to be able to play confident and step on the floor and know who we are and stay true to our identity.
Coach, how do you feel that your team handled the highs and lows throughout the regular season?
I felt like our team handled those highs and lows exceptionally, right? That's the game. It's highs and lows throughout the season. It's highs and lows throughout every single game. Really proud of the way that we've handled the adversity that we faced this year. Really proud of the way that we've handled all the success that we've been able to experience. And I think the one thing that we do in handling all of those is that we have a team that stays together. That teamwork and that toughness and that togetherness makes a difference in the success of the team. And I think we've handled it, very well throughout the season.
Coach, after the game, you're celebrating on the court. You're about ready to go into the locker room, and you turned and grabbed the Gatorade case, the case that holds all the Gatorade bottles, and tried to keep that away from your team. Was that to avoid the dousing that you knew might happen in the locker room? And it happened anyway,
Yeah.
right? I mean, so what were you doing?
It's funny because that's the first thing my kids ask me when I FaceTimed them, right? They're like, we saw you grab the Gatorade bottles. It's like, they didn't ask me what happened in the game. They're like, why'd you grab the Gatorade bottles? It's so fun. We have these moments of celebration, and it's fun for our team. And what had happened is I was walking off the floor and I saw our players coming back around the corner to grab the bottles of water, and I knew what they were planning with it. And so grabbed it, tried to prevent it. Very unsuccessful. We walk in the locker room. We're having great celebrations, and we had a couple players that were hiding behind a wall with a whole container of Gatorade coolers. So those water bottles I grabbed didn't really hold water to that Gatorade cooler that came down. But those are moments that are so special, and those are moments you remember for a lifetime.
You have a change of clothes?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, down the backstretch, and you mentioned this defense did a great job of getting stops, because I think it was like 55, 53 for seemingly forever.
Yeah.
And then Tamira hits that corner three-pointer after you'd missed a few in the quarter, and yet, to me, that looked like a you do what you do, girl, kind of moment, right? Just shoot it, and she made it, and now it's 58, 53. You had a little breathing room.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge shot for our team, and that ball had to get to that corner after it was swung from the other side. So it had to pass through one player's hand and another player's hand to hit Tamira's hands. She is so efficient. And one thing that I love about our team is no matter what our shooting percentage is, no matter what that shot happened, no matter what happened with the shot before, they continue to believe the next one's going in. Our whole team does that, and it's so much fun to be able to see our players step up in big moments and be able to come through and see the belief that they have in each other. And that's part of the game, and to be able to have, mature players who know, okay, they know the importance of the moment, and they want to take that shot, and they believe they can make that shot, and they do time and time again. That's huge for our team.
Coach, kind of building off that, we know what time of year it is. We know it's win or go home now at this point, despite all you've accomplished, in this league. So what's the mentality? I mean, I don't know if pressure is the right word, but how do you think this team handles the so-called conference tournament where that you lose and it's over?
Yeah, for sure. This is the most exciting time of year, isn't it? And I love how we've been in a lot of big games before. I love that we have experience, whenever we're going into games, even during the conference play, where we know that we're fighting for that one seed, and that every game, is a big game. So I feel like we have experience at handling those moments. We gained more experience with that last night, in handling that moment. And then you go back to your non-conference. You look at the tournaments that we were in. You look at when we played, 3 games in a row over our Thanksgiving tournament in Houston, and you reflect back to those situations, because those are the situations that you're going to need to know, hey, we've been here, we've done this, we know how to handle this situation, and our team does a great job at that.
And then just from your experience, this conference tournament time like this, what are a few things within a game that you think this has to happen for us to go on a 3-game run here?
Yeah, well, certainly we've got to maintain, true to our identity of that teamwork and toughness. I really do believe that's carried us. That's going to continue to carry us. The things that happen in game, we've got to be who we are from playing an up-tempo style of play. Offensively, we're playing really efficient, and defensively, we've got to focus on our coverages and our scout-specific actions that we need to guard really, really well. That preparation, we talk a lot about the process in our program and focusing on the process and what that next step in front of you is. And we've got to continue to do that. And I think we're really good at that. I think we're really good at focusing on that process. And I'm excited for where our team is. These are those moments that you talk about when you're in the gym, in the off season, and we're shooting free throws, and you're like, down 1, you've got 2 free throws to go in the conference championship game. And I'm so excited because the work that they've done, they've earned the spot that they have, and now we have a great opportunity in front of us.